Hello, how are you? Another day, another show, Sunday evening. Uh, there are lots of debate going on in the country on branding of the nation. Bharat, India, India, Bharat. Everyone has a point of view. Everyone is jumping and dancing. Uh, so I thought, since this is my subject, why not comment? And my comment is going to be very basic. So I'm going to set the context of what I'm going to say. Yeah. In 2004, I think, or 5, I don't remember the year exactly, we got a client at Lintes who was a Indian entrepreneur and he was doing very, very badly. Uh, he came to us, we helped him, we turned him around, and he saw the success path. And even today, after what, 15, 18 years, they're doing quite well, which is good for them. But he had a problem with people, and whenever I met him, I met a new bunch of people, and I found it very bizarre, especially at senior level. So one day I called him. I said, "What is going on? Why is it like this?" So he laughed, and he said something very interesting, which I remember to date. He says, "You know what, Tarun? When people join my company, I am not a multinational. So I give them 3 envelopes, and it's a standard practice. I give them 3 envelopes, and I tell them to open the envelopes end of 6 months, and open one envelope at a time, and I mark them 1, 2, and 3. The first envelope you open end of 6 months, and a little note in that from him, from the entrepreneur, that says, you've done a fabulous job. Last 6 months, you had people issues, you had structural issues, you had distribution issues, and you've tried to address them, which is good, very good. And get on with life. And for the next 6 months, end of the next 6 months, you open the second envelope, and in that it says, good, you fix the sales, you fix the people, you've gotten your people, you've gotten your resources, you structured it the way you wanted it. There are requirements of the brand which you fixed. You got a new agency, you've got a new campaign, you've done everything that was needed to be done. Very good, fantastic, and bells and whistles, and superb, very good, congratulations. So the end of a year, and you've finished 2 envelopes, and now you're sitting on the 18th month, and the third envelope opens up. And in this envelope, there's a letter inside, which is a termination letter. And he says, "You spent all my money, you've created great advertising, you've done everything you wanted, you've got your people, all that is fine, but you haven't delivered on the sales. Now, as long as sales don't happen, none of the above is actually relevant. So good, all the best, do well for yourself, and we'll cross paths some stage in our life." He says, "This is my 3 envelopes, I give it to everyone." And this is the way it works, because finally, whatever you do in this world, whatever jumping, dancing you do, you have to deliver sales, because in organization, nothing matters more than sales, nothing matters more than numbers. So you can make all the changes, you can get in all the people you want, and if you don't deliver the numbers, then how does it matter? My point today is that, this whole debate of name change and all the drama is getting us nowhere. When you sit in a corporate office and you call for a meeting, one of the first things you do is that you set up an agenda. The reason you set up an agenda for the meeting is to ensure that people in the room are very clear in terms of why they're there, what they're going to do, and what they're going to deliver. And trivial issues are not important when you are chasing larger purposes and larger vision in life. If you look at all the prime ministers in this country, starting from Pandit Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, VP Singh, Gujral, P.V. Narasimha Rao, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and Manmohan Singh. I personally believe, and this is my personal view, that each one of them had their own agenda. And the agenda was very clear. It was to do with the prosperity of the country. Each of them came, did something different. We may agree or disagree with them. This is a democracy. And they went, but they all delivered something that changed the course of the nation. It was beautiful, it was good, and it was fantastic. I think the current debate is being instigated because it's been now 9 years, 10 years. The numbers are not looking good. There are enough reasons to complain about our employment. There are enough reasons to complain about various things. I'm not getting into all that. So what do? You actually open the second envelope and have fun with the brand. Now that's a very expensive thing to do because brand change, any change, is not easy. It's very difficult. It's very expensive. Historically, brands don't change. If you work for a multinational company, you will realize how tight they are on brand guidelines, how tight they are on do's and don'ts. You work on a Nike, you work on a Coke, you work on an Apple, you work on any of the Hindustan Lever brands, you work on any of the P&G brands, you work on any of the big brands. The brand guidelines, the brand purposes are quite ritualistic. You have no space to flirt with it because they've been built over many years. They've been built over the last 30, 40, 50 years. And brands are not built on paper. Brands are built at a subconscious level. There is an experience, there is a like, there's a dislike, there's a love. I just believe that you can do a lot of other things. I mean, you're doing a lot of other things which are not correct. I don't agree with most of them. But this is what you give your next generation. You shouldn't flirt with this. Yeah, this is danger. This is serious danger. You can throw all kinds of Vedic and Brahmanical stuff at me, which is fine. I'm willing to live with it. Even there are 2 points of views. There is a anti and a pro point of view. So therefore, getting into this debate is not correct. I don't want to get into it because I'm not an expert on that subject, especially Vedic. It goes over my head. So I'm saying at a strategic level, at a brand level, at a ownership level, at a citizenship level, we are a very, very proud country. We are very proud Indians, especially when you travel worldwide. You sit in global conferences, you sit in global board meetings, global reviews. You are part of 130, 140 countries, and you are known. You are known. People look at you and they acknowledge you. They celebrate you. They know you're coming from a land of opportunities. They know you're coming from an emerging economy. They know you're coming from a powerful economy. So you get the kind of respect you get. And there are many countries in the world that have 2 names. China, Japan, all these countries have dual names. There's a global name. Japan is a global name. They also have a local name. China has a global name. They also have a local name. So I don't think so we should get so worked up about this. I think elections come and go, leaders come and go. Something should be cast in stone. Something should be respected. Something should be honored. Something should be valued. This whole debate about Bharat and India is not required. This is not the time for it. I think there are more important things. India needs a better agenda. India has bigger problems. I think we should focus on that. My last punchline was about how you see so many unemployed people on the streets of India. Address that. Address the issues of industrialization. Address the issue of technology. Address the issue of urbanization. Address the issues of farm laws. Address the issues of forest laws. They're all in a big mess. And those need to be fixed. And those can't be fixed overnight. They are a process. Do I like what's going on with the brand name of the country? I don't like it. Do I have a suggestion? Yeah, I do have a suggestion. And my suggestion is to leave it alone. They're the 9th Prime Minister of the country or the 10th Prime Minister of the country. The earlier 9 did not think it's important to do it. I don't see any reason why this one needs to be done. this Prime Minister has such an urgency to do it. Then leave it. It's a very unnecessary controversy. It's going to help you in no way in your uh, election campaigning. It has zero relevance as far as people are concerned, as far as issues are concerned. You're instigating a process, you're instigating a conversation which is actually not correct. People may not talk about it, but you will get a backlash. And you will get a backlash at a subconscious level. You will not get a backlash in a WhatsApp group, in a public forum, or in a large group. But you will get a backlash at a extremely personal level. People will respond, people will react. And if you think they are not going to react and respond, I think someone is really misleading you all. The current government is having a little bit of PR disaster over the last 4-5 months. I think they need to fix it. They need to fix it. They fix the narrative. Being aggressive and being abrasive is not the answer. There are better ways to find answers. And I think this whole India Bharat debate should be just dumped and we should move on with life. There is so much going on. Let's celebrate what we have. And yeah, my bit on this. I don't want to get into science or branding and stuff like that because most of you have been hearing about it. I just personally believe that it's a debate that is not required now. And if that debate comes up too much, then the third envelope will open. And the third envelope is quite dangerous. And if you're not seeing it, then I think you're being misled. Be careful. Don't let the third envelope open. And if you want to come back in 24, ensure that the third envelope is shut all the time. Because the Indian voter is quite ruthless. Some of the biggest leaders of this country have gone away. So if you think that you're God, you're not. So yeah, just ensure that the third envelope is kept shut and enjoy. I mean, all of us have to live our lives. And yeah, my bit for Sunday evening. I didn't want to complicate it. Have a lovely evening and see you soon. God bless you. All the best. Bye.